I just want to talk about back then versus now, like how back then was different from nowadays, the things that I used to miss from the past and all of that, and the things that I didn't really miss from the past. I'm gonna just talk about all that. So what I missed from the past was the entertainment mostly. Like I missed the way that the music was, just entertainment as a whole. Like YouTube used to be better. I was just more engaged with the content. I guess because I was younger at the time, it related to me more. Everything was more fresh because you were younger, so it just hit different. Like I really do miss the music though the most. The music and the movies. Cause nowadays you can't even listen to music or watch any movies nowadays or watch any TV shows. Like none of that stuff even hits anymore. You could barely listen to any music that comes out. It's all just trash. But I'm not one of those people who wants to go back to the past because yeah, I miss the entertainment and I miss the entertainment and the music. But I realized that a lot of things in the past were just an illusion. Like as far as the people that I used to hang around, like all of that. Most people was just snakes in disguise, and I was just too naive back then. You'll just start to realize how much stuff you was naive about nowadays when you reflect and you just reminisce on the past. You start to realize that most of it was a facade. You were just too naive to figure it out. You realize that most of them people around you was just either using you, they were snakes, they were fake, and you were just low vibrational. You were just at a point of time in your life where you were accepting of anything, basically. You would let anybody around you. You were just more cordial with people. But nowadays, the energy's too real. Like, you're going to instantly see people for who they are, and you're not going to force it because it's damn near impossible to force any connections nowadays. But back then, it was more easier. But the whole time, it was just fake. So the things that I like about nowadays is I have more peace. I have way more peace nowadays. I can see clearly nowadays. I'm not naive as I was back then. I can instantly know if somebody's fake. I can instantly pick up on weird vibes. Well, I could always read energy and all of that, but nowadays it's just more prominent. Like nowadays, my discernment is just higher. But back then, I was just more of a people pleaser because I was just a lower version of myself. I thought that I needed certain things. I thought I needed to fit in. I thought I needed a lot of material things to fulfill myself. Like back then, it was all about trying to get these females. Like it was a bunch of stuff that didn't matter in retrospect when you just reflect back. A lot of stuff didn't matter that you used to really let take a toll on you and your energy. All that stuff you used to care about, you realize like, damn, it all really didn't matter. It was all just an illusion. It was all just a facade to live up to. You thought that stuff was gonna fulfill you, but nowadays you just realize, was it all really worth it? And you realize, no, it wasn't. And that's one thing that I like about nowadays, how I am now. I'm more fulfilled within myself. I'm not really stressing about as much things that I used to in the past. And then you had to worry about school and grades. Like, I would not want to go back to that. I would not want to have to redo school and have to deal with going to class, deal with grades, trying to pass and all that stress, trying to graduate and pass in these classes. Like, I'm so glad I'm through with that. Like, back then, it was more of a hassle on your energy. Everything was just taking a toll on you. And nowadays, I'm just more fulfilled. I'm more free. I don't care as much about stuff that I used to. But it's just that nowadays, nothing really hits the same. Even the vibes around people. Like, back then, it was kind of easier to be cordial with people, even if you really didn't resonate with them. But nowadays, it's just the energy is just dead around people. It's weird vibes all around. You just get weird energy from people. It don't even feel like, it just don't feel the same. It don't even feel like it was back then around people. It's like a drastic shift happened. Because back then was the age of Pisces. Now we're in the age of Aquarius. So you just realize how everything changed. And you realize how real that this fact is, like, nowadays. And you'll realize with this shift that thing changed. And it's because the facade and everything is just exposed. The facade and all of these people has been exposed. And you're just starting to see everything fall off. You're seeing a lot of artists fall off, a lot of content creators fall off. Everything is just dead nowadays. That's what it feels like. Like, back then, it just seemed more lively, like with the energy. It felt more lively. The music was just more vibrant. You just felt like there was more energy on this planet, but now it just seems dense. Like, it feels like this planet has been like there's been an apocalypse or something. Like, there's nobody here. Even if there is people all around you, it still feels desolate, like empty. You still feel isolated. And sometimes I do be reminiscing about the past, like as far as the entertainment. Because, like I mentioned before, you just can't find nothing that resonates with you. You can't really watch anything on these social media sites. It all just doesn't give you any feeling. It doesn't bring no excitement to you. So sometimes I do be kind of craving that energy again. Like I be listening to certain music nowadays, craving that feeling of the music from back then. Like, even certain artists that I used to listen to back then, I hear their music nowadays and I'll just be like, I'll be just caught up comparing it to the past, like wanting it to bring that energy back, that feeling back. It's just something that I got a habit of doing nowadays. Like, I be just wishing, like, man, can the energy just go back to this? Can you make music like you used to make? Like, that's what goes through my mind. It's like I'm kind of hooked on the past. Not in the way of that I want to go back to the past and I'm hanging on to old people, and no, it's just entertainment. I've gotten past a lot of things from the past. I'm more free now, but just as far as entertainment goes, I kind of be hooked on the past, like the past versions of people. Like I'll just always be comparing it to the past version. Like I'll look at somebody, whether it's a content creator or a rapper that I used to listen to or watch, and then I'll just instantly notice how they changed. Then I'll be comparing them to their old versions of themselves. Like, damn, this person actually used to be lit. This person's music used to hit. You just be kind of in disappointment. You just be like, damn, this person changed for the worse. Like, I wish this person could go back to how they used to be, but we just gotta come to acceptance. Like, it's over. Oh yeah, and another thing that I missed about the past is the prices of everything in the food. The food was better. Even certain fast food quality was better, and it was cheaper. Like back then, you could get a bang for your buck for real. You could store with $1 and come out with juices, chips, candy, all of that with just $1. Nowadays, nothing in the store is for $1. Even the smallest bag of chips that used to be like a quarter. Like they raising the prices on everything. It's like nowadays everything is just a knockoff version of what it used to be. And that's not just with food, but with people too. Like the energy just not organic, or the quality is just not organic like it used to be. Everything just feels like the knockoff version. I just be sitting in disappointment sometimes, like just wishing, like I be trying to search up a lot of stuff from the past, like just to recapture that feeling. Like I be trapped in them type of like moments sometimes. I ain't even gonna lie. Like I'll really just keep searching up stuff from the past or old videos, cause that's all you can really watch. Nothing else brings that feeling. You gotta watch people's old YouTube videos. You gotta listen to people's old music and just reminisce and reflect and just hope. Sometimes I just be hoping like, will these people ever go back to how it used to be? Like, will they ever bring this energy again? It's just crazy. And I even found the old notebook of mine's. It was this notebook that I had in 2012. And then I ended up finding it like, it was either a day ago or 2 days ago I found it. And I was just looking back and just reflecting like, damn. But in that moment, it was just like nostalgic to me to find something from that time period, because I really be searching from stuff. I be searching for stuff from the past so much. And when I found my old notebook, I'm just like, damn, this hits for me. Like all that old nostalgic stuff from the past really starts to hit nowadays. If you got like any old souvenirs or anything that you used to have back then, if you were to find that type of stuff today, it just hits different. Like, damn, I remember these days. You just be reflecting like, damn, everything really changed so much. Like, I'm not even around these same people that I used to be around. The world is so different. And then you yourself feel like a whole different person. You don't even feel like the same person from the past. It's just crazy how everything changed. Like, people weren't as high maintenance as they are today. Yeah, people still went to school in Jordans and all that, iPhones, but it still wasn't as materialistic as it is today. It's like nowadays, everything is materialistic. Every little thing. They made everything about just materialism or lust, like over sexualized. Everything is either over sexualized or just materialized nowadays. It's really just played out. I even remember this stuff slowly happening back in the day, like people changing. It's like people just got too cool for school. Like, even people that I grew up with through elementary, you go to high school with these same people, you instantly see them change. Like, or when you see certain people start getting in relationships, they start being in a crowd, they start meeting all these new people. Like, they just change. Everybody just got too cool. Like, and it's like, for me, my energy shifted. I shifted to this new timeline and all of that. Like, I'm not really trapped in the past in most aspects of myself, but like, I still carry that same energy that I used to have back then, as far as like having my inner child, having creativity. Like, I'm one of those people who still is just creating. I'm still a creator. I'm still doing these endeavors. Like, I'm still creating content. I'm doing things that most people just stopped doing, or most people just lost the feeling of. Like, a lot of people were doing these things back then, like, but they just stopped because life hit them. Like, they got too cool for school. They entered the real world and they just lost themselves. Like, so it's like all their creativity just went down the drain. They're too cool for everything now. That's just how most people are.